This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Bills and the Patriots. This one's in New England here. Bills coming off a pretty thrilling comeback victory against the Cincinnati Bengals when it felt like, man, if they dropped that one against the Bengals, we'd be having some tough conversations about the Bills, where they're currently at, their playoff hopes, and just everything moving forward. You want to talk about the Patriots here or the Bills for this game?
Let's talk about Drake May. He's been the center of attention in New England. Obviously, the MVP candidate has had such a great second year in the NFL, and something I've been looking at a lot this year, and it's continued throughout the season, and it really hurt the Bills in the first matchup between these two teams, is Drake May's ability to throw the ball to the outside. At and outside the numbers, a 91.6 passing grade. That's second best in the NFL. 10.1 yards per attempt is second best in the NFL. Bills coverage in this area of the field on either side, a 41.1 coverage grade, 29th, fourth worst in the league. And look, May to this area of the field, 15 of 17 for 185 yards in the first game between these two. He attacked the outside. He attacked the corners. Christian Benford, Tre'Davious White starting out there has been really struggling. Both of those guys with coverage grades in the low 50s this season. Maxwell Hairston has been rotating in, got off to a hot start in his first couple of games, really cooled off since then in a rotational role. I expect Drake May and Josh McDaniels to attack on the outside again with Stephon Diggs, with Kayshon Boutte. Now Kyle Williams is getting a little bit involved, right? Demario Douglas on some of those deep over routes, getting all the way to the opposite sideline. The Patriots have a lot of options of attacking outside. They've been doing a great job schematically of doing it all year, and the Bills secondary is going to have to be aware that New England is going to attack them on the outside again. That's been their biggest area of weakness. These cornerbacks have to play a lot better, or Drake May could tear them up again.
Yeah, when we go back to the first time that these teams matched up earlier this season, this was week 5. Patriots ended up winning this game by 3. 23-20 was the final score. What the Buffalo Bills did well in this game, I think, leans into what they've been doing well as of late as well, and that is the heavy tight end game, tight end passing game. But it's more than just the passing game. It's just getting multiple tight ends on the field. Dalton Kincaid in that game in week 5, 6 targets, 6 receptions, over 100 yards in that game. And when you look at what the Bills' offense has been since week 10, they are second in the NFL in EPA per pass to the tight end position. And they have 346 receiving yards to tight ends since week 10, which is tied for third best in the NFL. I think a lot of the conversation with the Bills on offense is, certainly we've talked about, hey, if James Cooks is rolling, really tough to beat this team. Because if the run game is operating and firing on all cylinders, then it's tough to really be able to defend the run with more guys in the box while also covering how diverse the Buffalo Bills passing offense can be. But when the running offense, isn't as explosive, well, then you're sort of depending on wide receivers a little bit more. That's where a lot of frustration has come this season from Buffalo Bills fans, because Keon Coleman has not developed into that wide receiver one that they have wanted him to be. Khalil Shakir is a good player, but is he a takeover player for you? Probably not. I think that they've found that their X factor, their difference maker, and where they could have the biggest advantage and return on investment is when they lean into the tight end game. So the Patriots struggled to defend Dalton Kincaid the last matchup that they had, which was obviously a long time ago, but clearly the Bills are more willing to lean into that more and more even at this point in time. So to me, the Patriots will have to shore up how they defend the tight end position, because along with running the ball, that's where they're going to go to next. And I think that's the combination that this team is going to have down the stretch here with about 4 games left. I've got the Bills winning this one. I've got the Bills winning 22-20. It feels like a game where I think it's going to be very close, just like the first matchup was. And I think these teams are going to split the series here. And I think the Patriots could certainly win this game as well, obviously with the 22-20 score. I think it's going to be a close one. But give me Buffalo to sort of ride the momentum of the win that they were able to get last week. I feel like that's a new fire within them as they get down the final 4 games that they have of their season. And I just like their matchup of leaning into the tight ends against this New England Patriots team.
Don't forget the stakes in this game as well. If New England wins, they clinch the AFC East title because they'll be up 3 games with 3 to go and the tiebreaker. So this is for the division right here on the New England side. And you know what? I'm going to go with them to clinch the division this week. I honestly, the Bills, they don't play as well on the road as they do at home. They're only 3-3 on the road, and the offense isn't nearly as consistent. And I honestly just don't trust their defense still. Even last week against the Bengals, Joe Burrow pretty much tore them up at will. I think New England's just a better football team all around than the Bills are. I'm going to take New England. I know Josh Allen will not go down without a fight, but I'm taking New England 31-28. I think Drake May is going to play really well again.
Yeah, I think the stat that you shouted out there of them being on the road and struggling a little bit more on the road, that is a big one. And that's sort of one where I kind of look at this game and I say, if you're ever going to buck that trend in a way that I think is very meaningful, I think it's got to start this week. So I just like the Patriots are going to be giving it their best, certainly the Buffalo Bills have to as well. So fun game, fun divisional game, as we have a lot of these this week.